Hello, Primerica! Primerica! I am, this is Ivan Earl, Senior National Sales Director from Columbia, South Carolina. We are here in Atlanta, Georgia to kick off 2014. We have an awesome show for you this morning. We're going to be covering how to grow your business in 2014 and how to win for you and your family. Man, it's time to get locked and loaded. Let's get seated. Let's get this show started.
It is 2014, and you are in the house that you built. Glad to have the great Ivan Earl hierarchy and the other hierarchies represented here today. Man, what a great looking crowd. Hey folks, we got a great show for you today. It's going to electrify you. I'm telling you what, folks, we're almost 2 weeks into the year. We're almost 2 weeks into the year. Folks, this is 2014. I mean, we talked about it in the RVP kickoff meetings. We're perfectly positioned to surge, to take hockey stick type growth. I mean, the industry lays in ruins. They're in ruins. If there was ever a time for us to surge and take to them, it's now, right or wrong? Folks, we're going to run up the score. But Primerica can't have a great year in 2014 if you don't have a great year in 2014. Y'all understand that? This is about you doing something big. You, us together, doing something big and surging for our families from that standpoint. Folks, we're excited about, just having a new crusade message, a new life champions message. I mean, this is what we talked about in the RVP breakout. Look at this slide. There's no other company like Primerica. We're the only company showing up for Main Street consumers. The only company showing up. You're finding tons of people without life insurance, but then you're seeing tons of people being sold whole life again. It's become fashionable again. It's like bad fashion coming around again, right or wrong? Folks, those jokers out there in the other color jerseys don't do what you do. I mean, when we show up, and deliver a death claim that's 5 times larger than anybody in the industry. Does that make sense? And we deliver it within 2 weeks. You don't have to go get a lawyer to get your money from us. Folks, I'm proud of what we do. We show up for Main Street consumers where the industry's just stopping showing up. They're selling 10 million less policies than they used to. The average age of an insurance agent is 59. They're running gimmick plays, selling insurance in Walmart in a kiosk. Really? It's not going to happen. Our crusade and our message is bigger than the reality of Main Street, folks. There's articles all over the internet, and Mike Burrow's team and Pub and so forth is just making it easier for you to have it in your hands, ammunition to go fight with. Right on POL, the reality of Main Street, there's a new section. It's kind of an archives of the best articles. We get them from the field. We find them. We got search engines, so you're going to be able to go out and use these third-party articles to fight with. Does that make sense? Folks, they're hurting. They're hurting. The low interest rate environment is killing them. It's killing them. They're raising rates, cutting out products, cutting out incentives. Folks, if there's ever a time for us to go use what we have at our hands, we've got it now, folks. And then, folks, we gave this brochure out. It's all here. PrimericaLive positioned, to dominate. We've got 3 different great term products. The broadest term product portfolio in the industry, right or wrong. From Term Now to Custom Advantage to Term Pro. Folks, we have the products to go win with. We've got the compensation to go win with. No one's paying what we pay to sell term insurance to Main Street North Americans. Does that make sense? I mean, it's the highest comp in the industry, with equity, with ownership, with great trips like Hawaii. Any of y'all going to be in Hawaii? I mean, understand, folks, that we've got unbelievable things for you to go win with. But, folks, we put this up. Look at this daggum slide. We put the leaders bulletin up. We put where we rank up. See, we're through playing defense around here. We're going to play prevent defense. We're going to show where we rank in total face amount written. Because we're the largest security and life insurance sales force in the world. I mean, we might be number one in term, but folks, real rubber meets the road. Are we number one at delivering for consumers in North America? And we're not. We're number 8. How many of y'all like that? Y'all want to change that? Yeah. Folks, we got the team to go change that. Folks, we're going to go change that. Folks, we need you to go excel to do that. Northwestern Mutual, running ads all over TV, right or wrong? Right. Bragging about paying $70 billion in dividends the last 25 years. Bragging about overcharging their clients $70 billion. Right or wrong? Northwestern Mutual only has 350 offices. Hello? We got numbers. We can beat them. We got better products. We can beat them. Average cost per 1,000 those jokers sold was $5.44. Ours was $3.30. Do we do a better job? Cheaper? Better? It's time for us to go deliver. Man, we got Terry Bradshaw saying good things about us. Y'all like that video? That's not on POL. You've got that graphic where this video is their third-party endorsement. I mean, I was watching football this weekend, and Terry on the TV just made me bow up a little bit. Right? Folks, I love what the leaders of this company are doing to put you in a position to win. Make sure you're using this video. It's going to be all over POL. It's we showed it. You can show it all over. You can show it on an iPad. Hey, look here. Look what Terry Bradshaw says about us, the company I'm a part of. And then, folks, I mentioned it a minute ago. No company in the history of sales forces, much less financial services, is given equity. Equity. Folks, we tweaked the equity program. Make sure you know the details of how it changed. See, folks, here are the details right here in the slide. The first quarter equity program changed just a little bit. Not much, changed just a little bit. Make sure you're going to the POL, going to the brochure and knowing the detail. But here's the bottom line. To get someone in the company and promoted and productive and qualified all the way to RVP, there's over $41,000 worth of stock on the line. That's paid out to, isn't that unbelievable? $41,000 on one person. That's paid out to the person that goes RVP, to the RVP that promotes that RVP, and the next 4 qualified SVP, NSD, SNC above. I mean, y'all understand how powerful that is? Folks, that's on top of the comp that's paid along that way. Folks, that's real wealth for our families and your families. So make sure you know that. Here's the details of the base shop. We've got the details of the uplines, and we've added a new SNSD award. How many of y'all want to be an SNSD, right or wrong? Yeah. Just do it. It only takes 9 first RVP. Shake head, yes. It only takes 9 to be an SNSD direct. So just do it. Folks, you need to make sure that you call the home office before you promote. Because one of the saddest things is if someone goes and promotes someone and they didn't have an I dotted or T crossed to get that equity. That's a lot of dang money, right or wrong? So before you promote, call these people here at the home office. Make sure you got the production, the team size in place. You've met the minimums because there's minimum production. Does that make sense? Shake head, yes, coach. Don't want to miss $41,000 or a $15,000 equity check or a $3,000 equity. Does that make sense? Trails commissions on securities. Man, we're delivering investments like crazy. Trail commissions on securities. Paid at all levels now. At all levels of the base shop now. I don't know about you, but there's something about me that when you get that securities, like you got that trail commission rolling in, I mean, all of a sudden, you're getting paid $500 a month before you get out of bed. $1,000 a month before you get out of bed. $5,000 a month before you get out of bed. $20,000 a month as you get out of bed. Next slide shows you the details. All this is on POL. We talked about in the RVP meeting. And then we got great incentive trips for securities. I mean, we got the unbelievable trip. We're going out west. Is that a big deal? The Broadmoor, that's a big deal going out west, right or wrong? I mean, La Costa. I mean, I never thought I'd ever be close to La Costa in my life. Get a massage at La Costa. Check us out, right? That's the big contest we're going for. But the securities trip is kind of like the La Costa Broadmoor of the East Coast. I mean, look at that picture. Looks like you pulled up in front of the White House. Top securities contest going on. Make sure you know the details of that. And then Engage for 90. This is a big deal we announced. Engage for 90. Getting people focused and active and doing what they need to be doing in the first 90 days. Is that a big deal? And folks, it's really a big deal for millennials. You baby boomers, I know you don't quite get it. You don't quite get it. But the people you're recruiting do. Y'all shake your head yes. This is like giving them, like right there on their phone, right there on their hip or in their purse, exactly what they need to do next. And they're getting like awards on the iPhone. Playing games in Primerica. Playing games that actually gets them somewhere in life. Playing games that actually makes them money. Playing games that actually gets them, a life that they can be proud of. Does that make sense? So make sure you understand, Engage for 90. There's the next slide here on Engage for 90. It tells you got to go to POL. At feedback at Primerica.com if you want to fully participate in Engage for 90. But folks, this is something our team again has just delivered that you want to know about from that standpoint. And then we kicked off last week, January. Okay? Commitment to winning. Glenn talked about it, committed to winning. At Primerica, we make a daily commitment to winning. That means that we are all going to go win. I told you in the beginning of this show that Primerica can't have a surge. Primerica can't have a great 2014 if you don't. This is about you committing. This is about you winning. You getting your fast start bonus. You getting your next promotion. You winning the incentive trip. You getting the $50,000 watch. You getting a $100,000 ring. You getting to the next diamond level. Ultimately, your family winning. Do you want to win? Yeah! That's the question. Committed to winning in January, looking for people that want to set themselves up in January to be a new SVP, to be a new NSD, to be a new SNSD. But it all starts with you getting a piece of flesh in your business and getting them in PFSU. The best dang classes, best dang instructors, best dang software ever designed in the industry today to get people a license. Does that make sense? To change their lives. And you breathing belief into them from that standpoint. January went on, we gave some actual incentives. We always got incentives to get off to a fast start. So you go do one personal recruit in January, you get 5,000 extra points. 5 base shop team recruits, you don't have to be an RVP. Shake your head yes, right? You can do 5. You can do 5 recruits this month. And jumpstart your year. 10,000 points. See the asterisk, one's got to be personal. Don't miss the asterisk, right? 10 base shop recruits, 25,000 points. One personal, earning a maximum of 25,000 points. If you're on a team, a team and you do 1, and you're on a team that does 5, you're getting this beautiful daggum jersey, committed to winning, long sleeves. It's cold some places of this dang country, right or wrong? But see, folks, the biggest thing about this shirt, the biggest thing about this shirt is it's the first one that says 2014 on it that we're giving away. So you might have one that's got 2013 on it, but none of you have one that says 2014 on it. I'm just saying. And then, guys, during this trip, this contest trip, we as a company are looking for giants. We want you to be an RVP. We'll let you be an RVP, but we are looking for people that want to be SNSDs. For people that want to be SNSDs that have 50 RVPs direct, 100 direct, 300, 400, 500 RVPs through third. We're looking for giants again. Are there any giants in the room? See, if you go get your RVP promotion during this contest, get 3 directs and do the premium to become an SVP, get 6 direct, do the production, become an NSD, get 9 directs, do the production, become an SNSD. When you show up at La Costa, I mean, everybody there is treated pretty daggum good. Right. But you're going to think you were the president when you show up. Because we're looking for giants, guys. We're looking for people to take this company and take it back to prominence of being number 1. And it starts with people beating their best. Let's talk about people last month that broke their own records. This is one of Glenn's favorite part. Of people in the company that are breaking their own personal records. Are they growing? Are they getting better? Here's recruits. Look at the top 5 people that broke recruiting records. I mean, undang believable. I got so many names to call. I'm just going to call number 1 on all these. Number 1 in Idaho did 36 recruits on their team. Andrew Spadell and Amanda Haven. Ain't that undang unbelievable? Look at that list of people breaking records. Licenses. Look at the license record breakers for the month. I mean, number 1 broke the record, did 10 licenses in a month. Why not you? Do you know that we will let you grow your family business here? Double-digit codes a month. Did you know that? Shake your head yes. We'll let you. We won't stop you. We don't have a limit. We don't have a governor. You don't have a territory. Does that make sense? Shake your head yes. Congratulate these people. That a big deal? New licenses. One of the honors of my life, I get to be CMO of the biggest, baddest life insurance company in North America, PrimericaLive. Here's the people that broke their premium records. Top 20, 20 broke it over 10,000. We're only showing the top 10 here, but look at the top 3. I'll read the top 3. Gene Fifey did 26,000 in the base. Congratulations. Number 2, Jehovic and Ziamora Perez did 26.5. And number 1, breaking their records, Andy Gozzi and Andrew Gozzi, 27.7. Give them a round of applause. Breaking premium records. We're going for number 1. We had 23 securities base shop records. Top 3, Albert Dodd with over $1 million. Unbelievable. Jason Amy Ogles, $1.3 million. And Derek and Carrie Honeycutt out of Kentucky, $1.5 million in securities production. Is that a big deal? Now, if y'all would like to get on that list and get the comp that they got from that production, you got to have a license. Shake your head yes, right or wrong? We'll let you get a license. Shake your head yes. We got the best instructors, best classes in the dang industry. Shake your head yes. Ain't that hell? So here's the total cash flow that comes from breaking those type records. I mean, look at this. I mean, 80 base shop cash flow records. 80. We're only showing you 10. I mean, look, to even get on the list, you had to make $23,000 in a month. Top 3 in breaking their cash flow records. Tom Pasciuti, $33,000. Arturo Nunez, $35,000. and SVP numero uno, Kenny and Mary Hughes out of California, made $46,000 in a month. New RVPs. Dang it, folks, it's time. If you're not, it's time for you to be an RVP, right or wrong? Time for you to be an RVP. Man, you only need a team of 25 to 35 codes for you to make a real legitimate run to RVP, not thousands. Shake head, yes. We will let you be an RVP in 2014, but you got to go do the work. 25 to 35 codes. We had so many new RVPs. We had a record MIT last time crowd. We're going to have record crowds this year because we're going to promote some people to RVP. You might not believe it, but we'll promote you to RVP. We got 2 pages of new RVP promotions. Look, I ain't gonna read. I don't have time to read them all. I don't have time to say all their names. They all deserve unbelievable recognition. Folks, understand, 2 pages of new RVP promotions. I mean, look at this. I mean, that is where we're heading to the company. We're about to go have a surge of new leaders and people building giant hierarchies like you can't believe. Now look at this. Folks, it's about building giant hierarchies. New NSDs for the month. My great friends up in Canada, Nicole and Leo Galanis, I mean, they're building like crazy. New NSDs. Doug and Joy Young, new NSDs. Give them a round of applause. That's a big deal. Daryl and Teresa Taylor, upline from the Galanises. Y'all understand how that works? Yeah. New SNSDs. Give them a round of applause. Proud of them. New $50,000 earners. Look at this. Putting on the watch. Hank and Meg Smith. Irene and Marshall Johnson. Kurt and Allison Deal. Fernando and Shirley Galang. Kevin and Tina Mergero. Anton and Sherry Miles. Putting on the watch. Is that a big deal? Power builder style, saying they're recruiting over 50 in a 12-month period. Giovanna Zamora Perez, Derek and Carrie Honeycutt, Nagas Solomon, Nicholas LeBeau and Julie Brenton, Matt and Melissa Oliver, Gus and Daisy Tonze, Liz Okaradel and Paul Ade, Mike, Mallory Hayward, and Brian and Jamie Vardabarka. Give them a round of applause. Woo. New $100,000 earners. New $100,000 earners. Putting on the ring. The ring will look good on your finger. We'll give it to you. Doesn't take that much. Why not 2014? New $100,000 earners. Hank and Meg Smith. Fernando and Shirley Galang. Irene and Marshall Johnson. Kevin and Tina Majurjo. Kurt and Allison Deal, Anton and Sherry Miles. Give them a round of applause. Power Builders, 100,000 with 100 recruits in 12 months. May and Sonia Zafra, Tony and Andrea Daniel, Ryan and Nicole Greer, Alonzo, Alejandra Moran, Kessica and Franklin Thompson, Joshua Marcius, Annie Gosey and Andrew Gosey, and Dan and Penny Rousey. Give them a round of applause. New $200,000 earners. Congratulate Michael and Jean Gant. $200,000 earners. My awesome leaders up in the northeast, far northeast of Canada. They're awesome leaders, Vince and Agnes Savard. And then also going over $200,000 power builders to Rhea and Coulter Dottie. New $300,000 earners, Chris and Kelly Kerner. New $400,000 earners, Joe and Glenda Holloman. That's a big deal. Give them a round of applause. New $700,000 power builder. Congratulate awesome leader, great man, Assad and Lois Farage. New $1.1 million power builder, Neil and Victoria Gerfine. All right now, Leave that up there for a minute. Leave that up for a minute. Wait. Y'all listen to me. How many of y'all think making $1 million a year is a lot of money? It ain't. It ain't. Guys, I mean, I don't want to just blow your butt out of the dang water, okay? We'll let you come here and make $25,000, $50,000 a year part-time. God bless North America. We'll let you make $100,000 a year, and you can start saving some money and getting out of debt. Does that make sense? And you don't have to have a huge team to make that happen. But folks, where we're going is the market is big enough for us to start having giant hierarchies. The first person that has 7 to 10 directs like Neil direct to them, the first person in the new comp that has 7 to 10 directs that make $1 million will make $7 to $8 million a year. That's where we're going. We're going to a place where people in Primerica, can make $1 million a month. Market's that big. Hey, I'm not trying to blow your butt out of the water. But how much good could you do if you're a good person, and you are, if you made $1 million a month? Guys, not only will we pay you to do this, we'll give you real ownership. Look at this list of owners. I mean, nowhere in financial services do people just let you, with sweat equity, come here and own it. Congratulate these new owners of their companies, their family businesses here in Primerica. Folks, right here on PFN, they have unbelievable programming. But before I get to that, you got to know when the month ends, okay? You got to know where the goal line is. We run contests, incentives, and bonuses on a monthly basis, right or wrong? For January month end, for U.S. and Canada, it's midnight Friday, January the 31st. For IBAs, paper and turbo must arrive here by 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, February 3rd. What day? What day? There you go. Y'all got it, right? How many apps you going to put in? We'll let you. We'll let you put in as many as you want. We don't have a cap. We don't have a territory. We don't have a limit on you. Does that make sense? We'll let you. Coming up, folks, here on PFN, the great staff do an incredible job. January the 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern is Field Instructions Present. Great NSD team, Kent Preston, them talking about the front end of the business, and then NSD Dan and Kate DeFeo on partnership. Kate just does such an incredible job of delivering that. Next Monday, use your archives. Enjoy your great holiday. It's Martin Luther King Day next Monday. I'd celebrate it big, won't you? So, folks, right here in PFN, you got a show that's coming up. Man, there's leaders in the house. I've already seen a bunch of them this morning. They are jacked up. The Earl hierarchy is a big hierarchy. It is a massive hierarchy. But they're a big hierarchy, but what they're about to be is a giant hierarchy. God bless y'all. See y'all in a bit.
Our opportunity, our cause is bigger than ever. I mean, most Americans have less than $25,000 saved for their retirement. I mean, I get blown away when people ask me, I don't sense that we have a cause anymore like we used to. People ain't got no insurance. I mean, it's been all a fight all year about health care and health insurance. Well, hell, you can fix sick, you can't fix dead. People ain't got no life insurance, and they have no savings. And here we are with the answer. There is only one answer, and it's Primerica. I get asked all the time, what is the secret of Primerica? Our secret is distribution. licenses and leaders. Licenses and leaders. We have more licenses and better leadership, and that's the secret at Primerica.
It's as cool as it is to become an RVP. Wait till you promote one. I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. Just freaking give me mine, right? And then all of a sudden you start promoting out RVPs. It's an awesome feeling. When you start seeing other people get successful and put on their rings, it's unbelievable, right?
We've got to get great at promoting VPs. Not just good, okay? We got to get great at it. The physical barriers are gone. The incentives are better than they've ever been. The current comp plan is, it's just staggering. It just blows my mind.
I think the greatest danger in this business is comfort, because comfort is seductive. And the fact is, a lot of us in this room, a lot of us make a lot of money. And a lot of money gives us a lot of comfort, but it doesn't necessarily give us impact.
All I know right now is the dream is alive. I've never been as excited. I believe that we're moving into our glory days, and what we got to do is we got to get the excitement and the belief, right? And remember where we came from, but step up and let's lead the next generation to where we're going.
I challenge everybody in this room to get to it's a done deal stage. It's a done deal that 2014 will be a great year. It's a done deal because I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to put in the passion. I'm willing to step up and be a better leader.
I believe we have an amazing future. Not an okay future. I believe we have an amazing future. But my challenge to every one of us in this room is let's find that energy, that spark, that fun, that excitement, that newness, that revival in all of us that North America needs. And let's go kick some ass in 2014.
Please welcome SNSD Ivan Earl.
All right. Good morning. I would ask everybody, are they excited? I would ask you if you're excited, but it's obvious that everybody in the arena today is pumped up, right? Okay. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to have my hierarchy at the home office today as we kick off 2014. I feel this fitting, and if you were like me, you're glad 2013 over, right? Yeah. Right? See, 2013 may not have been the year that you achieved all your goals. It may have not been the year that you got everything done that you want to get done. It might have been a frustrating year, right? The great part is it's over. It's over, right? And see, when the game is over and now a new season is starting, the scoreboard is 0-0. Am I right? See, but you got to learn some lessons from 2013. See, if 2013 kicked your butt, right, then you got to learn some lessons from it and get better so that you don't have a repeat performance in 2014. Am I right? So, but 2014 has to be a year of explosions. So you got to get an explosion mindset. You know, I was spending some time with some of my teammates the other day, and I told them, I said, we got to stop trying to apply logic to something that is illogical. See, Primerica is not logical. It's not logical for people to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. It's not logical for people to come here average and ordinary and join a business like this and go change their lives and pay their families millions and millions of dollars. It's not logical. So you can't apply logic to something that's illogical. So you got to be able to have an explosive mindset. So you got to have a mindset that you can go from rep to RVP in 12 months, right? You gotta have a mindset that you can go from RVP to SVP in 12 months, right? You gotta have a mindset that you can go from SVP to NSD in 12 months, right? And you gotta have a mindset that you can go from NSD to SNSD and $1 million earner in 12 months, right? See, we are blessed to be with a company that doesn't restrict us. So we are blessed to be in a company that challenges us to get better, that challenges us to work harder, to do more of our families. So you look at that 90-day challenge they put out. You know, you can change. Art Williams taught us you can change your life in 90 days. Am I right? And see, 90 days is significant because I believe you can do anything for 90 days. Now, some of y'all might have some trouble for about 6 months. You may have some trouble with 12 months, right? But folks, you gotta say you can do anything for 90 days, right? Some of y'all cannot eat for 90 days, right? And some of y'all need to. But you can do anything for 90 days, and you gotta buy into changing your life in 90 days. Am I right? So let me help you. That's January, February, March. Got it? So by the end of March, your 90 days is up, right? It ain't April. It's January, February, March. Am I right? You got to have a great January. Say great January. Say great January. And it's already 2 weeks in. So you better do great when you get home, right? Now you can have a great February, right? And then you can have a great March, right? And then you back up and you see what you've done and you recommit for another 90 days. Am I right? See, back up and say, how many people did I recruit in the last 90 days? How many codes did I get in the last 90 days? How many sales did I make in the last 90 days? And how much cash did I make in the last 90 days? And that is the way you keep score. Am I right? So I'm happy to be here to kick off the show. We got a great show for you, and we're going to kick off the show with how to have a great 2014, the basics of building, the things that you have to do. So I'm going to introduce to you the guy who last year got promoted to NSD. Last year had a great year for him and his family, $200,000 or $300,000 earner. His challenge is, let's go to SNSD. SNSD, Rob Davis.
All right, man, totally excited to be here at Primerica. And I think Ivan Earl is such a great leader, right? He gave me an instant promotion to NS. Yes. Thank you, Ivan. All right, and a new name, Rob Davis, but I'm Kevin Brown. Hey, that's my $1 million coach. So if he says I'm Rob Davis, I'm Rob Davis. All right, awesome job, man. So hey guys, just totally excited, man, to be here, man, in the midst of the Earl hierarchy, man, and with our team, and then to have my lovely wife, man, co-CEO. There she go. There you go, somewhere over there, Sonia Brown. Yes, awesome, man. You know, right now, guys, we're just planning a phenomenal year of 2014. You know, you close out 2013 and then you start to reflect. And you know, you started with, for most people, they put together what's called resolutions. Am I right? But however, I understand a lot of people put together resolutions. And what we want to make sure is that it's true resolutions, guys. So what we've done is we reflected back, man, about 9 years ago. And, you know, the great Ivan Earl, I was transitioned from leaving my job, you know, going into being a regional vice president of his company. And I talked to him and he said, you got to build it. You got to know that you can build it. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, because one of the essential tools to building this thing is that you got to win with recruiting. Would y'all agree? Great. So given recruiting, guys, this is what I noted. Every successful company, organization, or entity has accepted recruiting as an essential element, and we are no different. Would y'all agree? See, when I think back and I look at my career, what I know is this. Right now, I'm a member of a church of over 7,000 members, but given I was recruited into that church. There was a coworker that says, hey, you need to follow me. Listen, come out, take a look at the environment. And from there, my wife and I, we fell in love with the actual church and the word. Next, when I think about, guys, going back about probably 13, 14 years ago, as I was sitting there in the military over in Europe. And I had a gentleman that he said, listen, while we're here, we need to start working on our degree in the military. And he recruited me on the spot, didn't even know it for Central Texas College. Ain't that something? Recruiting. Not only that, guys, I said I was sitting there in the military, am I right? So given the military, I had to be what? Recruited. Now, see, then once I left the military, the transition out of that career, guys, was that corporate America gave me a job, which did what? Recruited. So everybody in America, including Primerica, understands that recruiting is essential. Am I right? And we're no different. So today the fundamentals is this. It's why recruit. So when you think about 2014 and we understand is why recruit. I heard a great leader say that recruiting makes a weak leader look strong. And then non-recruiting makes the strong leader look weak. So in 2014, we want to remain strong. Would y'all agree? Great. That's what I'm talking about, remaining strong. So when we look at this, what we understand is the basics is this. A recruit is not a recruit until they have a what? A recruit. Listen, when you talk about Primerica, you hear that a lot, but most people don't adopt that philosophy. And given what I understand is now is the perfect time to do it because it falls in alignment with the new 3x3 bonus. Am I right? Right, to make sure a recruit gets off to a fast what? Start. So that's one of the reasons why you got to recruit. But we also understand that the number one reason is that, guys, it provides us with activity. See, given the activity side of it, do you want a guaranteed way to the kitchen table? Well, it starts with recruiting and it sets the tone for that activity. It also keeps new recruits in a hot and warm market. See, that protects the recruits. Would you agree? See, what we understand is recruiting simplifies the process. Not only that, if you stand in the right market, it increases your ability to keep yourself in the right market, to maintain yourself in the right market. So we understand that's very important for a new recruit. Not only that, guys, it provides an environment like never before. See, the recruiting side of it, man, once we bought into this thing and understood it was building and recruiting, listen, layers of energy, excitement, momentum. That's what we want in 2014. Am I right? Right. So layers of it started to fall in place. Not only that, new relationships. See, through recruiting, it brings new relationships, not only new relationships, but new partnerships. You know, I got a chance to be in the midst of Art Williams sent for the next generation of Giants. And during spending that 2.5 days, guys, I'm telling you, it was a defining moment because he took me back to where Ivan Earl started me at. And that was making sure that you recruit in the right market. And man, he said partnerships are, listen, very important. And I went back, man, after a month, 4 weeks of being there, we put 13 new partnerships in our business. Only because we focused on recruiting. Huge. Not only that, it influences the retention side of it, which is needed in prime. As you recruit, every business knows. As you invest time in people, you want to retain those people because those people have experience that's needed at the kitchen table. Would you agree? Right. Overall, guys, the environment provides a healthy business. And that's what we all want in 2014. Would you agree? Right. So transition for that healthy business. A healthy business contains distribution. So when we look at it, anybody that's out there winning, guess what? They have distributors in business. It's a distribution engine. So I asked the question, do you want sales or a sales force? Man, I want both. I've been raised in Ivan Earl's environment, man, and we want both. We want a sales force that know how to what? Sell, but also recruiting, which is huge if you're going to build distribution. See, I believe this, guys, that the first building block, if we talk about the first building block in Primerica, when you're building a business here, it is that you got to focus in on not only recruiting, but you got to go to double-digit recruiting in your base shops. You got to go, if you got a small team, listen, huge team, you still got to have double-digit recruiting. That's that first sign of the first building block that most people want. Why? What does it do for you? It provides your team with help. There's nothing like help in any business, but specifically what? Primerica is to have help. I love that one. See, in corporate America, every now and then you receive help. See, here in Primerica, you can recruit your help. I think that's essential. Not only that, guys, it influences longevity. See, this is not an overnight. See, I found out that, listen, success does not come overnight. And then overnight success takes some time, which is huge. So I need to be here for the long term. And given the long term, what recruiting does, double-digit recruiting is, it influences longevity. Not only that, guys, totally maintains consistency so that you're not all over the place. Numbers up this month, numbers down next month. But when you have recruiting, you maintain a level of what? Consistency. And that's what we want in our business. Leaving 2013 and transitioning in 2014. Not only that, it gives you a predictable business. And here at Primerica, guys, you must have a predictable business. Well, the only way to have that is the first essential element is what? Recruiting. But then you got to move it to double digit what? Recruiting. And in the next block, when you transition from double digit recruiting, that second block. See, he talked about earlier, Dwayne talked about from big to being a giant. And everybody wants to be a giant now. Am I right? Right. So if that's the case, then that second building block is moving from just double digiting to double digit recruiting teams. See, I just believe in 2014, if we're going to get this thing started, we got to put together double digit recruiting teams. See, why? Because it causes what? An explosion. See, that's what Ivan Earl talked about. He said an explosion. Well, we want to cause an explosion. Am I right? Listen, they talk about us being number 8. Man, that thing's got me jacked up right now. I can't sit at number 8. Then he went to our state of South Carolina and said we were number 4. I got to go back and cause a what? An explosion. Double-digit recruiting team. Not only that, massive activity, which is huge. Promotions in motion. All of this from recruiting. But I love this one, guys. It starts the tone. It sets the culture for perpetual leadership development. Leadership that you can't even stop. It's out of control, but in control. And that's what we need right now in Primerica. Would you agree? Which ultimately leads to regional vice presidents. Building a mega hierarchy and truly becoming financially independent. And I believe that's what everybody in the rooms want. Am I right? So I'd like to leave you as I wrap with just to think about this for a moment. And this is what I understand is that here at Primerica, listen, you live by the routine of recruiting and you die by the routine of recruiting. What do you simply mean by that? Primerica transitioning from corporate America, guys, a couple years back. Listen, the hardest thing was to understand this thing was simple, not complicated. But then I found it's just a routine. When you're doing the routine and everything's working, continue to run the routine. The problem is some people get bored with the routine. See, I just encourage everyone, guys, let's go live by the routine of recruiting. Let's have an explosive year in the year of 2014 like never before, man. I get the distinct pleasure to bring before you your next speaker coming to the mic, none other than he is an NSD, and his name is Rob Davis!
Come back. Boy, is our upline excited. Ivan is excited. Hey, I just want y'all to know, this is Kevin Brown, Senior Vice President, #1 base shop in recruiting and premium in all of the world in South Carolina. Is anybody excited? Wow. Hey, listen. I want to say Happy New Year. It is 2014. Hey, y'all, let's thank God for another year. How many of y'all excited 2013 is gone? Right? Hey, listen, can y'all imagine if God had the world where each year was like 3,000 days? And you'd be like, oh, Lord, I got to wait another 3,000 for another year? So we glad it's only 300 and some odd days. I want to give thanks to my lovely wife. I think they got a shot over there, and Robbie over there. Robbie, he is like knocked out. Look, wake him up. There he is. Yeah. Now, 18 years from now, when he see this, he gonna be like, why y'all put the camera on me? But I want my wife to know how much I love her, how much I thank her for all of the things that she's doing to help our business. If y'all don't mind, give her a round of applause because she is an incredible person. I also want to thank my RVP team. I want to thank Ivan Earl, my senior national sales director, coach, the best of the best of the best. I want to thank the RVP team and Ivan Earl's hierarchy, John, Rick, and Glenn for the opportunity to be here and just kind of give you all some of the things that we want to give you in the year of 2014 to kick this show off to help you grow your business. I also want to thank my AALC teammates. For those of you who know, we have the African American Leadership Council. I hope you all are going to be at that event in March, but I want to thank them for all of the coaching that they gave me. And last but not least, my super base shop. Where's my base shop? These individuals are awesome. A lot of them are here, but I just wanted to let you all know that we are definitely committed, and especially to Ivan. I want everybody to know that my base shop is committed to being in the top 25 in the company. We did a call the other day, and we had people committed to being consistent. I think that's one of the keys that we all got to understand in this business is being consistent. And we have people like Lorraine and Renee and Ben and Sonia and Jackie and Barbara, Stevie, Sean, Melvin, those 8 individuals committed to always producing and recruiting in the year 2014 on a weekly basis. But to do that, you all, it brings me to my topic. We have to understand the power of field training. Kevin did a phenomenal job with recruiting. But y'all got to understand, phenomenal, give him a hand, phenomenal job. But one of the things that I want y'all to understand is if we don't get better at becoming leaders, and I believe one of the first levels of leadership in Primerica is to be a field trainer. If we don't understand the power of field training, taking a new recruit and putting them in the field and helping them grow, understand you all, that's the magic of Primerica. See, a lot of those other opportunities out there, they don't field train. They can't afford to field train. Oh, you know, they got the juices and the drinks. And I ain't saying nothing about them, but, you know, they supposed to have this one pill. Give you energy. And that same pill helps you to rest and sleep. You be sleep like this. And then you don't make any money. You got to get 9 people to get 9 people. And then when them 9 get 9 easy. The 9 that got 9 got to get 9. Then them 9 get 9. All you got to do is get 9. Now, when the 9 that got 9 get 9, all you got to do is get 9 more. And when them 9 that got 9 get 9, that's when you make $9. Yes, you make $9. But Ivan Earl taught me that one of the things about this business is the compensation is so great that we could afford to take people out in the field and teach them the business. We don't give them a kit and say, go sick them. But we as leaders got to grow and make sure we're doing the things we need to do to become successful field trainers. Now, why do that? Because it moves premium. So now we can get people excited about what it is we do, to crusade about what it is we do. Because I don't know about y'all, but how many of y'all like running out the tunnel saying, yeah, we number 8? No. You want to be number what? 1. Abso-daggone-lutely. So you got to understand the key to field training, you all, is understanding that we owe it to the new people to field train them. And for those of you who are not field trainers, I would encourage you to ask your upline, your leaders, what do I have to do to become a field trainer? How can I become a field trainer so that I can do what I need to do to grow my business? The other reason field training is so important is because what it does is it allows you to have what's called internal consumption. Because this is a business that helps people make and save money. We got to understand that if we can teach people to use the principles that we teach others, we can all be financially independent. We can all do the things we want to do based on our heart instead of our pocket. We don't always have to be struggling and broke and all that kind of stuff like most people out there. We got an opportunity to do something big. But we got to take the opportunity and let people understand when we recruit them to use the product so that they can get their dreams too. Does that kind of make sense? The other thing I wanted to say about field training is this: promotions. Promotions should be a result of field training. You can't get a new recruit to promote themselves. They have to see. You can't do better unless you see better. My pastor taught me that. So we got to have leaders being the role models in Primerica to take a new recruit, train them and develop them, and don't just let them get licensed and let them go. Field train them until you know they got what it takes to grow. Ivan teaches us we're supposed to field train the regional leader. And Ivan, I'm going to be honest, we haven't done all of that, but we're going to get better. It's okay to lose the game. Just don't lose the lesson. Y'all ain't excited. What's the key? What's the key? What's the key? What's the key to getting started, y'all? What's the key? I truly feel that it's work. And to work, you got to develop habits. I just want to read this to you real quick. I was thinking, I'm like, okay, what does it take? What does it take for people to really succeed? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is work? Listen to this, you all. I said, the individual who wants to reach the top must appreciate the might and force of a habit. He must be quick to break those habits that can break him, and quickly adopt the practices that will become the habits that help him achieve the success he desires. This is true in all of life. A dream becomes a reality as the result of your actions, and your actions are controlled mainly by your habits. Teammates, the world is saturated with intelligent, highly educated, extraordinary skilled people who experience ongoing frustration because of their lack of success. Millions of them spend their lives working hard, long hours, only to die broke, unfulfilled, and unsuccessful, and with regrets. What's the solution? Remember, life is nothing more than the sum total of many years. A successful year is nothing more than the sum total of many months. A successful month is nothing more than the sum total of many weeks. A successful week is nothing more than the sum total of many days. Not every day or week or month, but a sum total. But a day can change a week. Y'all ain't excited. A day can change a week. And a month, and a year, and a life. Listen to this. But a day that powerful, please don't miss this. A day that powerful requires a decision to commit to changing habits. That's why practicing successful habits day in and day out in the most certain way to win over the long term. You have to take a realistic look at yourself, you all, to know where your habits are taking you. If your habits don't line up with your dream, then you need to either change your habits or change your dream. If you want to hold on to your dream, then be prepared to change your habits, because a bad habit never goes away by itself. I promise you all, you got to change. Listen to this as I close. A lot of people think, well, what's the key to success? What I got to do to win? I'm telling y'all what I know. I've studied this, y'all. I'm telling you. You know, some of y'all know I was a teacher. I did everything society says. Go to school, get a good education, get a good job. I got a bachelor's degree, I got a master's degree, and I got a real master's, not one of them online things. I mean, it was real. I mean, it took me 4 years and 2 years after that. I can't tell you how much studying I had to do to get that degree. But listen, y'all, here's what I found out about success, why we got to be field trainers. You're going to have to change more things about you than learn more things to be successful. There are more things you must stop doing than learn more things to do to be successful. It's not learn more and then become successful, it's stop more. Or some of you say, well, Rob, what I got to stop? I don't know. You got to ask yourself this question. Do you have to stop thinking that it's going to be balance in your life? You got to stop greed, denial, being wimpy, soft, sarcastic, condescending, arrogant, temperamental, lazy, hard-headed, know-it-all, religious but not spiritual, selfish, easily pissed off, or piss people off too easily. One of my other coaches, Andy Young, taught me that. Complacent, talking about people, fear, being a baby, skeptical, bad habits, negative thinking, excuses, belief, emotional, ability to perform, you all, in spite of problems, issues, and challenges is something you may have to change. Now, you got to ask yourself, is it easy? Is it quick? Is it simple? That's a question you got to ask yourself. But I can tell you this, it's worth it. See, I don't have to eat cereal with a fork anymore to save the milk. I challenge you all, let's get big. My team, my RVP team, my base shop, let's prove to the world that we can do this. Last year wasn't the best, but we made it to NSD, okay? Understand, you all, use your past as a book, not a sledgehammer. Take the good and grow with it. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all at the top because the bottom is definitely too bad.
All right. I got my trunks, I got my sunglasses, I got my snorkel gear. Okay, I got my flip-flops. All right, good. I got my Vaseline for lotion. I got my soap. Oh yeah, we gotta have the water shoes. Got Regina's water shoes, got my water shoes. Oh yeah, I always have me a blue shirt. Got that. Okay, got my toothbrush. Man, the ball. That's right. This is our first time having a ball. I'm gonna be sharp at I think I'm gonna wear me an ascot. I'm gonna be killer. Ooh, Gina, I gotta have that stuff. That's gonna be tight. And Gina, where's the sunscreen at? Oh, I guess this sunscreen. Okay, so we got that. Hey, by the way, the ALC is gonna be in Orlando this year. Don't forget, build your dreams in 2014. We will see you there, baby.
Exciting? Man, that was awesome. I appreciate Rob and Kevin fixing my blunder. So that tells sometimes you can screw it up, right? But see how leaders just adjust, right? Some of y'all would have fainted. but they adjusted. And then I was thinking about all the stuff Rob said that you got to change to win, right? I know some people said, oh shit. If I got to change all that, that ain't gonna work, okay? But over time, you don't have to change it immediately. And this next guy I'm gonna introduce is an example of that, because he didn't change immediately, but he made the change over time. Kenny Thompson. Kenny's one of the up and rising superstars in our hierarchy. He's Kevin Brown's upline. And without any shadow of a doubt, will be our next SVP in the Earl hierarchy. Help me welcome Kenny Thompson.
How's everybody doing? All right, man. This is awesome, man. This is incredible, man. I never thought I'd be here, but I'm here. You always got a list of things that you want to get done, and being on PFS TV was one of those things, and I'm here now. So thank God for that, right? That's incredible. I just really want to take a second out to, first of all, thank God, because he's the head of my life. And without him, sometimes God breaks you down to make you recognize who's in control, and that, I'm that guy, so I just want to thank God because he's the head of my life and he leads the way. I want to thank my beautiful wife. Let me tell you something, man. I always tell people that if you can't be married to her, you're the problem. She makes marriage really, really easy, and she's the reason that I get up in the morning and I look at her sleeping in the bed and I'm gonna go hurt something because of her, I'm gonna go get something done because of her, so she's the reason, I wanna thank John, Rick, and Glenn just for their leadership, just for what they do, for putting me in position, to giving me a shot in this company when it could have went different. I wanna thank Ivan, a brother from another mother, man. Really. Here's a guy, I've been friends with for 20 years. We've been through a lot of things together, but man, he's a guy that has always stood in my corner. Even when sometimes he maybe shouldn't have been, he stood in my corner, And that's what makes him so great, And I want to thank my RVPs, Kevin and Sonia Brown, Courtney and Larry Thomas, Tiffany and Omar Mayers, my base shop, my hierarchy. You're the reason that I'm up here today. You're the reason that I'm able to talk to you today. So, it's great. And what I want to talk to you about is coding. See, you got to understand, Kevin talked to you about recruiting. And you got to understand, if you recruit a bunch of people, but you don't get them licensed, that's like having them come through the front door and them going out the back door. You ain't going to build nothing here. You ain't going to get nothing done here. And you got to understand the company's focus has got to be our focus. See, the company's focus has got to be where we focus at. So I want to get that first slide up just to talk about that. I don't need no slide. It's all right. See, understand something. Everything you do is code-driven. Everything you do, the equity, he talked about, Dwayne talked about $41,000 that they're gonna give you. Let me tell you, that starts with coding. If you're getting codes, that's where the recruiting comes in. That's where the coding comes in. That's where RVP comes in. That's where the big base shops come in. That's where the money comes in. Everything starts with coding. You can recruit all you want, but if you don't get somebody licensed, forget it. It just ain't gonna happen. You gotta focus on getting people licensed. Everything in this business that is positive happens through coding. It happens through working with people and developing people. And you got to understand, it's the numbers. It's the matter of large numbers. 20% of the people are going to do 80% of the work. We understand that. But see, I want that 80% to be as big as possible. I want that 80%, see, that comes from coding. Because if you got 100 people and they do 1 or 2 sales a month, you can be financially independent here. So it's not just about the 20% that does all the work, the 20% that may be geared to be an RVP. It's about that 80%. It's about those people that want to get something done, that you got to nurture, that you got to coach, that you got to help. Licensing is a process, and leadership takes it to get it done. It don't happen automatically. You just can't Throw stuff against the wall and expect people to get licensed. You just can't get $99 and they're gonna do what they know. You gotta lead them. That's the big thing about that. And understand something, getting licensed quick is important. Getting licensed quick is important. If a person gets licensed in the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they're gonna be here. But let me tell you something. You find somebody with 12 completions in 90 days, they've been here 60 days and they ain't licensed, the chance of them getting licensed, the chance of them being productive, the chance of them adding to the bottom line in your business is real slim. They just not gonna get it done. You gotta talk to them. You know, what I always talk to people about is getting your license is like getting your driver's license. You know, when you get your driver's license, you got it. When you go back to renew it, you ain't gotta take the road test again. It's done. Get the license. Let's get it out the way so we can focus on the real things, which is making money, developing you, getting your mind right, recruiting people for you, getting your dreams bigger and bigger and bigger so you can be an RVP here. See, so people that get licensed quick is the people that normally start off quick, that get it done. But let me tell you something. People don't get it done without your help. People don't get it done without what you bring to them. See, right now, we're talking about a 50% code ratio. See, we're talking about getting 50% of the people that come. Now, don't shake your head, no. I'm talking 50% code ratio. I'm talking about 50% of the people coming in, you getting licensed. Glenn Walton just did double-digit codes for the month. It could be done. But see, let me tell you what it's going to take. Let me tell you what it's going to take. It's going to take leadership. See, I just came out of the meeting with the home office, and they talked about 50% code ratio. They talked about the effects of code. So let me know, when I was coming down here to do the speech, I was right on track. That what I was thinking about and what I had planned to talk about and the things I was planning on doing, I was right on track. See, they talked about what it's going to be like to be able to have double-digit codes and what it would do to your business. And you got to understand, people don't give you $99 for you to get out their house. People give you $99 because they're expecting something. People giving you $99 because they need something. Nobody ain't got $99 to throw away. So the problem is when they give you $99 and you don't get something done with them, you don't lead them, you don't help them, they quit. See, I understand most people are quitters. What do I mean by that? You talk to most people about their life and you ask them what they would do different, they're going to name 5 or 6 things. Normally the 5 or 6 things that they name are the things that they quit. And most of the time they quit because they ain't had no leadership. They ain't had nobody guide them. Even if you got to hold somebody's hand, you got to walk them through it because they counting on you to win in their life. You got to understand that. You got to understand that you got to help them. It ain't just about getting them licensed and hope they get it done. People don't work that way. Everything in our life that we get done, we normally have a leader. You can't get nothing done in business. You can't get nothing done in life. You can't get nothing done in your church without a certain amount of accountability, without a certain kind of leadership. You just can't get that done. And you got to understand when people come here, they really come here because they say, I want some leadership. I want some guidance. I want somebody to help me. You got to understand that. You got to understand that. See, you got to understand, you got to have a system to keep them accountable. The do is do what the check is check best. I'm going to say it again because you ain't heard me. The do is do what the check is check best. See, if people know you're going to check on them every day, they know you're going to keep them accountable every day, they know you're going to ask them about their study habits every day, they're going to get it done. But if you just let them come in and they get licensed when they want to, they study when they want to, it ain't going to never get done and you ain't going to never build nothing here. I'm telling you that that's what it's going to take. From a business standpoint, you got to fill that base shop up. You got to beat the piston effect. When some people up, some people down. When some people up, other people down. See, when you got a bunch of codes, it don't matter. When the people down, there's enough there to compensate for that. That's building a business. That's making it, like Kevin said, predictable. It don't matter. It don't matter if somebody's down. You got enough in there to get that deal done. Folks, let me tell you something. When it comes to coding, it's got to be an obsession. You got to find a way to get this done. You got to make it your priority. Nobody will ever be an RVP without coding. You can recruit all the people you want. You will never be an RVP here without coding. We need to make that a focus. We need to understand that 50% of the people that come in our business need to be licensed. Folks, let me tell you something. Primerica is where my flag is planted. I ain't going nowhere. When Primerica is the vehicle I'm gonna use to take care of my wife, to take care of my kids, to leave my family in the position that they need to be in when I'm not on this earth no more, I ain't going nowhere. So you gotta understand, no, I'm not going nowhere. Ain't nobody gonna hire me. Ain't nobody gonna hire me. So let me tell you something. The first time somebody hire me and they tell me that I can't take a day off or I got 30 minutes for lunch, there's gonna be a mutiny. There's gonna be a problem. I'm not gonna tolerate that. You shouldn't tolerate that. I can't go nowhere. This is where I got to be. This is where I got to stay. It just, but this, understand, the same opportunity I got, the same opportunity you got. See, number eight just ain't gonna get it. Then they selling whole life, man. We got the numbers. Northwestern Mutual, they selling whole life. That means there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of families out there for me. See, I want to get across the kitchen table with one of them. See, I get excited about that. I get eaten up about that. You understand? I get eaten up about that. So folks, we need to go. We need to do something big. We need to do something awesome, man. I love you. I'm waiting to see y'all in Hawaii. It's gonna be awesome, man. And I'm just ready to go, man. The next guy I'm gonna bring up is a senior vice president from the upstate, SVP, working on this hierarchy, doing big things. I wanna bring up senior vice president Betson Watt.
I have no idea who that fella was that just left the podium. Good afternoon, Primerica. My name is Benson Watt, and I'm a senior vice president with Primerica. Totally excited. But before I cover my topic, I just want to give honor to God, who's the head of my life. I want to thank John, Rick, and Glenn for their leadership, and then I want to thank Mr. Ivan Earl for being the greatest coach in Primerica. I also want to recognize my RVPs, first generation, Aubrey and Rochelle Means, who's a $100,000 earner. First generation, Wayne and Kimberly Roberts, near-term $50,000 earner who was just promoted at the last convention. And then second generation, Mary Lomax, who will get her watch by the month end of January. Give her a big round of applause. And then a few of my base shop members are here, and we're totally excited, guys. We're excited about being on a TV show today. You know, Senior Vice President Kevin Brown talked about recruiting, right? NSD Rob Davis talked about field training, and near-term Senior Vice President just lit the stage up talking about codes, right or wrong? Right. But my topic is the numbers. And the first set of numbers that I want to talk about is 8531. We've heard them for as long as we've been here, right or wrong? Right. So the 8 is running 8 qualified kitchen tables per week. Qualified meaning married, homeowners, children 25 to 55, and that are gainfully employed. Now, out of those 8 kitchen tables, 5 of them will commit to do business, right or wrong? Right. 3 of them will actually move forward, and 1 of them will join the business. Now, here's why 8531 is a significant weekly goal, because number 1, it drives results with a deadline. Number 2, it lets you know where to focus your training, which basically says if you go run 8 kitchen tables in a 7-day period, and let's say only 2 clients move forward, that tells you that you probably need to work on getting a firm commitment to close, right or wrong, and work on closing, all right? And then if you run 8 kitchen tables in a 7-day period and 2 moves forward, but we don't pick up recruits, then we may need to work on recruiting, am I right? In essence, 8531 serves as a benchmark to let us know where to make our adjustments in our business. The next set of numbers is 183, 15, and 2, which basically says out of 100 recruits in 10 to 12 months that come through a leg, 85 will be inactive after 2 years. 15 of them will be with us long range, and then 2 of them will be regional vice presidents. How many of you want to promote some regional vice presidents? Now, think about this. Building a leg with 3 districts, each district team is running 8-5-3-1 per week. That's 12 recruits and roughly $25,000 in business that's coming through that leg. Do that for 10 to 12 months and you set up that equation. 100, 83, 15, and 2, which basically says that's out of 100 recruits that's coming through that leg, 83 will be inactive, 15 will be with us long term, but 2 of them will be regional vice presidents. Now, those numbers has been around since Art Williams founded the company, right or wrong? Right. But the key is we got to focus on them. We got to get back to the basics, recruiting people, field training people, coding people, doing premium, getting people promoted, and building district teams that can do 8-5-3-1. See, this requires focus and a consistent work ethic with people in the field 4 to 6 nights a week. Now, think about what we call work. A max appointment runs about, let's just say 2 hours. Now, if you're in a house 2 hours, you've probably been there too long, right? But 8 times 2 is 16 hours a week. That's what we call work. Most people work 40 to 60 hours a week, right or wrong? Right. See, if we work like most people want for 2 to 5 years, we can have a life that most people don't. Right. And that's what we're after, right or wrong? Right. See, in closing, it's not enough to know the numbers if we don't do the numbers, right? And then it's not enough to get a promotion if we don't fill the position. So we got to get promoted and stay consistent at the level that we get promoted at as we grow the business, right or wrong? Right. We must do the right things long enough to build a great business. And here's a question for you. What's non-negotiable for you in 2014? What will you not allow to happen in your life in 2014 before it leaves? There's got to be something that you got to get done in 2014, right or wrong? Right. How many lives will you impact this year? How many lives will you change this year? What one winning habit will you champion this year that creates the most leverage in your business? See, I heard one time that you don't get to determine your future, you get to determine your habits. And your habits will determine your future. Teammates, after 37 years of Primerica being in business, it's still the greatest business opportunity in America today, bar none. Right or wrong? Right. And I don't know about you, teammates, but in 2014, we gonna get it on like never before. This is our year. We refuse to be number 8. We will go to number 1, but we got to bond together, fight together, and get this thing done together. Thank you, and I'll see you at the top.
Hey guys, the La Costa Resort and Spa, I'm telling you what, this is an unbelievable opportunity for you to win this trip. This place is unreal. If you've been on some trips, you haven't been to a place like this yet. If this is gonna be your first trip, man, I'm telling you, you are starting with the best.
This place is paradise. Look, whatever you think you need to do to win this trip, go do it and then some, because I promise you, this is gonna be worth it.
Are you ready to build your securities business bigger than ever and make a getaway to the luxurious Greenbrier Resort? You can in 2014 with the Greenbrier Getaway. Full of southern hospitality and historic charm, the Greenbrier Resort is nestled in the foothills of the Allegheny Mountains, just outside White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. It is widely regarded as one of the most luxurious and iconic resorts in the world. The resort boasts the world's only 5-star mineral spa. Soak in the healing waters or enjoy a massage. Home to 5 world-class golf courses, and the oldest one is used for a PGA Tour event. It also has championship indoor and outdoor tennis facilities, as well as an infinity pool overlooking the picturesque mountain landscape. From hiking to fly fishing to horseback riding and an endless array of indoor and outdoor leisure activities. Celebrate in style with other top leaders just like you. Rub elbows and share your success secrets, all against the backdrop of one of America's most iconic and stately resorts. Grow in 2014 and make your Greenbrier getaway.
Man, that's exciting. I'm sitting here today with 3 of the RVPs from our hierarchy. They each are unique and special in their own way. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about this moment in time. You know, I think about the company has kicked off the Fast Start bonus, 3x3 in 30 days. So they're promoting people getting off to a fast start. And Ernest Moulton, in all my career, you got off to the fastest start I've ever seen anybody get off in my hierarchy, okay? You were able to join Primerica, and you were able to become an RVP, and you made $160,000 in your first 24 months, right? Which means a life changer, right? Right. So how important do you feel like it is for people to get off to a fast start and the field training process? How important was that to your career?
Well, getting off to a fast start, Ivan, was very, very important to me, and I think very important to anybody coming into the business. And I think one of the most important thing was to get me out in the field within 24 to 72 hours. I was in the field in 72 hours, less than that. So I think it's very, very important to get in the field very, very fast. So in saying that, in the field training standpoint from that was the field trainer made sure that he qualified my list. He went over everything I had to go over. In 2 days out of the week, I was working the business. So that's what allowed me and my team to capture 45 people in 60 days.
Okay, and wow, then listen to that number. I mean, captured 45 people in the first 60 days. Yeah. You know, Ernest made $27,000 part-time his first year, became an RVP, and made $140,000 his first year as a regional vice president. Right. So that shows that it can be done. Mr. Means, when I look at what, you know, one of the things we're trying to do is attack this coding ratio. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm blown away at people that have 15% code, recruit to code ratio, 17%. I grew up in an era where when we recruited people, we expected them to get coded. Right. Okay, and we drove our codes. You probably led the state of South Carolina in coding over the past 2 years. How realistic do you think it is to get 50% of your recruits coded?
You know, Ivan, it's very, very realistic, but you know, it's going to take a focus. It takes a focus because you got to have both the RVP and the entire leadership team on the exact same page. You have to have a mindset of pretty much saying that there is no option that when I turn in an IBA, you got to get a license. You know, when we recruited Ivan in 2011, you know, about 225 people, we had about 138 go to class, but we actually coded 40% of actually what went to class, and that was only not with a real focus. But out of the 54 people we licensed that year, 43 of them got licensed in the first 30 days. So it's important that you can get a 50% code ratio, but both RVP, the leadership team, a tracking device, a systematic way to make sure everything is being done, and no option that it must be done. And that statement must be made to every new recruit. It is not an option when you turn in your IBA with our company for you not to have a license.
And see, I sit where I sit, I know sometimes I think I'm crazy, So I know other people think I'm crazy, you know, because I sit here and I think about somebody that's gonna build a base shop and they're gonna go out and put 25, 30 recruits of money in that base shop. So they're actually gonna recruit about 360 people for the year, between 300 and 360. And I'm sitting here saying, okay, if they can get 50% recruit to coal, you mean to tell me we can enter a world where we start growing our coals by 150 a year? And you multiply that over 2 or 3 years, you know, when I think about $1 million earners who have hierarchies that have 1,000 codes in them, about 1,000 codes in a team is what it takes to be $1 million earner. We can speed up the rate of people actually building hierarchies and having a shot at $1 million. Am I right?
You're right.
And Mr. Wayne Roberts, our newest vice president in the Earl hierarchy. You know, I'm so excited for you and your wife. Sometimes I feel sorry for you because you sit in the hot seat, okay? You know, they say your business is only as good as the last one, right? You it right now, okay? So, but one thing I see is that you've always been qualified. You know, you've done your 10,000. You've never dropped below 10,000 since you're RVP. So what drives you to be qualified? What drives you to keep making sure your base shop is over 10 while you put all the pieces together to grow it to 20, to grow it to 30, to go up this ladder? What drives you to do that?
All right, well, where our drive is, number one, when I look at our business and from where we came from, you know, our coach Benson Watt, he's always taught us, no matter what level you are, district, division, regional leader, you always need to maintain standard. I mean, whatever you did to get that promotion, you should never drop below that promotion. You follow me? And so when I looked at that, you know, I want to be at a point where I want to make sure that I know that my coach expects something out of me, because just because I became RVP doesn't mean now I shouldn't be uncoachable now. So I want to make sure that I'm always in a point that where I want my coach to be happy about what we're doing. I don't want to be at a point where my coach be like, well, you know, you promoted RVP, but I don't want my numbers to tank. So the mindset that I'm looking at is I want to be at a point always to look at my coach and say, hey, listen, I want to make sure I'm doing what he expects of me. And then next, when I look at my team, when I've heard consistently through Kevin Brown and a couple of other ones, you know, if we're maintaining over a certain period of time, we should be able to duplicate other people that can maintain also. And if we can duplicate other people that can maintain a standard, then our numbers will grow. Because through maintaining, through consistency, then that builds confidence in our own people. And so that's what we look at, the mindset part of it. That's where our drivers came from.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so Aubrey, what's 2014? What you gonna get done this year?
2014, for my wife and I, we're really excited about taking a national sales director position. No later than April 2014, becoming a senior vice president team, promoting Jerome and Angela Jeter, Angel Mills out of North Carolina, and then going ahead and pre-qualifying for the SVP contract in April 2014. But having an all-around great year, doing some big things, expecting Mary Lomax to really begin to kick out her first, maybe second RVP in this year. So we really feel like 2014 is going to be the biggest year we ever had in the No Limit Nation organization.
Good. All right, Ernest. What's 2014 going to be for Mr. Brooke Moton?
It's simple, Ivan. It's very simple. Me and you already talked about this about 3 weeks ago. 2014, at the end of 2014, y'all hear me clearly. Marcus New will become my first generation RVP in 2014. I didn't say it all over the nation, so it got to happen. Secondly is that I want to make sure that we get our base shop back to the point to where I am kind of pleased. You know, I don't want to always be pleased, but just kind of pleased. And that number got to be 35,000, 10 by 35,000, and we grow from there. If we do that, ain't no if we do that, when we put that in play, then you're going to get good again. And you can always count on me for consistency, but I'm trying to grow into this time.
All right, okay. And And Wayne, I would ask you what yours is, but I already got yours. You got to go get a ring, okay?
You got that right.
This 2014, you got to put the $100,000 ring on and get in full uniform as an RVP, all right?
You got that right.
I'm proud of 3 of y'all guys. Let's go do something special, okay? All right, y'all excited? As we prepare to end the show, has this been a great show? I want all y'all to help me do something because my lovely wife was not able to be here. She's home taking care of the household and doing all the things that she has to do and preparing. You know, she got our kids on this price equal rewards thing. So everybody have to pay a price, and the reward is we taking everybody to Hawaii in a few weeks. So can y'all just say, hey, Sharon? Thank y'all. I'm gonna be happy to get back to that. And also, you know, John, Glenn, and Rick have worked so hard to get this company where it is. When you driving here and you just pull on Primerica Way, don't something special come over you? I mean, something special just hits you and makes you want to just go. It's a pride. It's a pride thing that hits you because you realized what we've been fighting for and what we've been working for and accomplishing all these years. 2014 is my 33rd year. So 33 years ago, I joined Primerica. It's nice to have a business and a career that you're not looking at leaving because of time. So I'm so excited about that. I'm excited about what this year's going to bring and what the possibilities are. Because we can sit up here and say a lot of things, but at the end of the day, we got to go deliver it, right? Right? See, I wish when they send me that, they're going to send us a DVD of this show, I think. And I'm going to get this one and I'm going to play it in RVP meetings every 90 days to keep us remembering all the stuff that we said we were going to do on this show, okay? So we're going to make sure we have some accountability. But you know what? You know, at some point you got to commit to winning. And the only way you're going to commit to winning is get to a point where you're willing to burn your bridges. See, you can't straddle the fence and think you're going to win, right? So we gotta burn our bridges and make a total commitment. One of the things that I found the other day that I've been really working at and thinking about is commit to winning. The company slogan for 2014 is commit to winning. Am I right? Well, what does that mean? It means that we gotta understand the words that we say when we say I'll try. Because I'll try in the English language is completely worthless. So you're telling people you're gonna try to do it, that means you're not gonna do it. So we have to eliminate I'll try from our vocabulary. We also have to eliminate the word that people say when they say, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do my best. What does I'll do my best mean? About what I'll try mean. That means if I get lucky, it'll happen. I hope it happened. I wish it happened, but I'm afraid to commit to you that I'm going to make it happen just in case it don't. When people begin to say things like, I'll do whatever it takes, it's a little bit more commitment and you can count on them a little bit more. At least you know they're gonna put forth the effort every day to try to make it done because they don't want to lose face. Am I right? But you know what? It's something about saying it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Now, what I would like is for all my RVPs to come on stage and stand right here. Come on, let's do this quick. All my RVPs. Y'all can bunch up right here if the camera ain't wide enough. Now, I asked them to come out on stage because I want everybody in the country to understand something, that the dream is still alive. And Leonard, I don't care where you come from, where you've been. You know, I sit here today and I look at Keith and Deborah Phillips and the friendship that we've been able to have all these years because of Primerica and the icon that they have been in this community for this company to show that you can win. You know, we're in Atlanta, Georgia, and I got Sam Shepard and a lot of people, Bobby Busey, there are a lot of leaders that show you that you can win here. Am I right? Then see, what we got to get excited about is the dream is still alive. Right? The dream's not gone. The dream's not over. The dream is still alive. Am I right? And see, what you have to do is look at this crowd and say, if they can do it, I can do it. Am I right? Because see, I think about when I joined this company, I didn't see this. I never saw having a hierarchy. I never understood what having a hierarchy was. Most of us, if we tell the truth, we come here and most of us ain't got a pot to pee in and we ain't got a window to throw it out of. So we come here just hoping something good happen, am I right? And if we tell the truth, most of us, I came from $18,000 a year, some 30, some 40, but you know, really if we could have made 50,000, 60,000, 75,000, that would have been a good life, am I right? So to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and I look through this crowd and I look at Benson Watt today, senior vice president, you know, $150,000 earner over $200,000 earner. He's on the AALC. He's on the council. Rob Davis, school teacher, $350,000 in earnings. Kevin Brown came from Job Corps, over $250,000 earner. You know, I look in Kenny Thompson. Lord knows Kenny Thompson. You know, Kenny Thompson was an appointment that he stood one of my guys up for 6 weeks in a row. I got tired of hearing his name. I didn't think he existed. So I told the guy just one day, he came in saying, Kenny was supposed to be. I said, stop, take me to Kenny house right now. All I was trying to do is shut the guy up about ain't no Kenny. You know, and so I look at Ernest Moulton. You know, Ernest Moulton, a factory worker. I don't know. Ernest probably was making $1,200 a month when he came here. Now he makes $100,000 a year. You know, I look through this crowd and I got Charles Patterson, $100,000 earner. You know, I got Aubrey Means, $100,000 earner. Ezel Parker, $100,000 earner. Stephanie Scales, way back there, $100,000 earner. Lee Williams was the rock. You know, Lee Williams was the rock that we built this foundation on. Lee Williams in the history is the highest paid earner ever in the Earl hierarchy at $400,000 to $500,000 a year. NSD. You know, Jewel Cone. I'll never forget, Jewel Cone came in this business. She was driven by one thing. She got tired of seeing all these men wearing the rings. She got tired. So she fought to be the first female in South Carolina to make $100,000 in this business. You know, so You know, Carla Boone got $100,000. Well, $100,000. So everybody make $100,000 wave. That's incredible. That's incredible. And we got our new RVPs on the way. I asked them to come up for one reason. Because 2014, it's got to be a done deal. See, the commitment is done deal, right? Right? It's not try, it's not wish, it's not we hope it happens. It's we all committed to paying the price this year to make sure it's a done deal. Am I right? And see, if we can do it, you can do it, right? Man, let me tell you something. I'm just proud to be your teammates. I'm proud to be a part of Primerica. Every day I ride around, I thank God that he didn't trick me into doing something else. Right? But you know what? We got to go do it. That's right. And we got to go do it big, right? Hey, fast, let's get after them in the morning. Let's get after them in the afternoon. Let's get after them in the evening. Let's get after them on holidays. Art Williams said we need to get after them anytime we're breathing, right? Let's go knock their ass off and do something big in 2014. Y'all have a good night.
This has been a production for PFN TV and is copyrighted by Primerica for the sole use by members of Primerica. It is intended for educational purposes only and may not be distributed to the public.